All right, what's up, lesson 80? Let me recognize that all my problems have been solved. It doesn't say all, but it means all. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. If you are willing to recognize your problems, you will recognize that you have no problems. Your one central problem has been answered and you have no other. There's only one problem here and it's been solved already. So you don't have any fucking problems. It's like, what? But once you kind of get it in your mind, then yeah, sure, why not? And then you'll get some peace. I look pretty peaceful, but it's actually because I'm exhausted. I had a great night at work, great day night. Yeah, you know, it was my Sunday. And yeah, I mean, I just went into work today like really feeling so much better. The Course in Miracles helps me so much. And yeah, like all my problems have been solved. Between yesterday, lesson 79, let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. And then today it's let me recognize my problems have been solved. It's good, man. It's all good. And I'm really looking forward to sleep. All right, as I'm wanting to get out of these work clothes, let me tell you what Jesus said. Jesus said, your ego's not going to like this one. Because, yeah, it's going to trigger the ego because the ego wants to constantly feed you more and more problems all the damn time, different problems, unsolvable problems. That keeps the ego happy. That keeps the ego alive and well. So Jesus basically had one main message today through Tina Jesus to elevate your consciousness to the solution. If you are hanging down with the problem and the frequency of the problem, you're not going to see the solution. So you got to raise your frequency to the solution frequency. So ask yourself today, like, you know, check yourself. Are you hanging out in the problem frequency? Or can you elevate your consciousness to the solution frequency? So aim your consciousness up and accept that inevitably it is solved. Your problem is solved. It's going to, just accept it. That's what he said. Aim your consciousness up and accept that it is solved. You will find it. It's literally that simple. Yeah. Where am I looking? Yeah. Where are you at? It's literally that simple. All right, so that's what Jesus said. I really like that. And I really liked what the Pathways of Light had to offer too. Freaking love the Pathways of Light. I'm so grateful that they gave me permission. Like, I feel bad that, like, I'm not more popular for the Pathways of Light, but hopefully someday I'm going to be able to give back to that or nonprofit organization, Pathways of Light ministry, whatever's the right way for me to pimp it out. Hopefully someday I'm gonna be able to like give them back like energetically what they've given to me, because it's been a lot. Really, I love you guys. I love you. All right, so on that note, Pathways of Light. pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 80, Insights. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. If only love is real, then there can be no real problems. Separation is the only problem, and separation in reality has never occurred. So the problem of separation has been solved. All are still within the mind of God. As I remember this, I return to peace, remembering that the only problem has been solved. This lesson reminds me of another place in the Course, which asked me to rise above the battleground to see the love that is always there. When I am willing to open to God's love and really receive it, I come to the awareness that love is all that is important. Love is all that is real. In this place of remembering love, I realize that the conflicts that constantly arise within the stories of separation are just a series of attempts to make the false ideas of separation real. I do not have to fight what I recognize is a hallucination. I do not have to fight the ego. I do not need to make the ego real. In fact, letting go of making the ego real is what helps me realize that the one problem has been solved. Love is eternal. Love is changeless. Love cannot be threatened. What is not love does not exist. Realizing this, I return to peace. Peace is a constant. It is only when I try to make what is not real my reality that the appearance of problems could arise. Thank God this could never happen in truth. Thank God that only love is real. My only problem has been solved. This lesson makes it clear how simple salvation truly is. There is only one problem, and that problem has already been solved. In our experience in the world, simple and easy do not necessarily equate. The difficulty in accepting the solution is not because the problem is complex. The difficulty comes from lack of willingness. It comes from a deeply held desire to have specialness, which was the cause of the belief in separation in the first place. In order to fully accept that separation is the only problem and accept its solution, I must be willing to relinquish specialness. This is what forgiveness is for. Every judgment is an attempt to maintain specialness. It is an attempt to distinguish and therefore separate me from what I judge. By making it appear that there are myriad differences, I hold the illusion of specialness in place. Consequently, I cannot see the underlying common thread that makes all the problems the same. This is exactly what the ego wants. Because as long as I see problems as different, I will look for solutions where no solution can be found. By practicing today's lesson, by reminding myself all through the day that my problems have been solved, I am accepting the possibility that I may have been looking for solutions in the wrong place. If my problems have been solved, but I don't perceive them as solved, I must not be looking where the solution is. As this idea becomes more prevalent in my mind, I become more and more open to be led to accepting the real solution. Whether I apply this idea to a specific perceived problem or repeat it as a general affirmation, I am accelerating my process of relinquishing my grip on belief in a false reality. I am deeply grateful for the genius of the Holy Spirit, for the many tools offered in the course to help me question all that I thought was real and open my mind to new possibilities. Today, no matter what conflict I look upon, I would remember that all my problems, all conflict has been solved. God's love remains unchanged. And being extensions of God's love, all God's sons remain unchanged, as God created them. Isn't this a perfect follow-up? A perfect follow-up to the lessons we have been learning? I worked on yesterday's lesson as often as I could. I tried to see the real problem in every upset, every negative thought. Now that I have my mind around the idea that each one stemmed from the same mistaken idea, that I am separate. I can consolidate by doing the same thing today, except I will recognize that not only are all problems the same, they have been solved. I like what we are doing with this set of lessons. I feel like a gardener who has spent the winter months clearing the land, preparing the soil, and planting the seeds. I am beginning to see the fruits of my labor. Just as I am seeing the first blossoms of spring out my window, I am seeing blossoms within. pathwaysoflight.org. Yeah, for real. What an honor it is to read the Pathways of Light and to get those insights. They're for free on their website. You can go, click on the lesson and it'll take you right to them. But I just know that it's such a benefit to me personally to just read them and then listen to them again so we can bypass my learning disability and I can get it. But it works for me. It really works for me reading things out loud. So that's why I'm so grateful to them. I'm so grateful to Daniel Scranton. I love reading his messages every morning. I love reading straight out of this book. I'm so glad we can do that. I guess we're allowed to do that. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm just really in a really good mood today. I really feel like everything's just fallen into place for me, and I don't mind the hard work. Truly, it's going to get easier. As I said to my coworker manager and anyone that I've talked to the past 24 hours, this new job really sucked for me, but it was because I sucked at it. And it wasn't making sense at first, but the better I get, the better it'll get. So, and today I was better. Oh yeah, much better. All right, let me recognize my cookies have been solved. I don't even know. At first I had to figure out what the problem was and realize it's been solved, and bam, my cookies have been solved. All right, y'all, on that note, I'm excited for tomorrow, another day. I really want to peek ahead. I'm peeking ahead. I'm going to peek ahead because I should probably read ahead and post something on Savecast. We're starting a review. Oh my gosh. All right. So tomorrow we start a review lesson. Okay. Oh my gosh. I guess that's good. Yeah. From lesson 81 to 90, I think we're reviewing. Are we at another review already? Oh my gosh, you guys, we are doing so freaking good.